So over summer break, I went out a lot in Miami. Yeah. Like last night. So I'm really hungover right now. Really hungover. Yes, I'm drinking coffee out of a fucking martini glass, hungover. Hi, my name is Izzy, and I am an average rich housewife. An average rich housewife is a housewife, obviously, but we're average rich. We're not quite as wealthy as J-Lo and Jay-Z, but not quite living in the boroughs. I'm gonna let you into my world. The friends, the chaos.
Can I have a really dirty Grey Goose martini?
The restaurants, the fashion, all of it. You're going to see the inside world of an actual Manhattan housewife. Okay, so in Miami, there are two ways to go out. Well, there are many ways. Uber, Carna. So we're here in Calle Ocho. We're in the real Miami. This is where like us average rich housewives go out because we can't go to the cool places, so we have to go to the average places. So come out with us in Calle Ocho. It's way more fun anyway. A lot of people like to go to like the hot spots, 11. Who's that guy that owns all the clubs, that like owns the clubs, but they get ratchet? He owns like Swan. I don't know, there's this guy that owns all these clubs that people think he's really great, but like all of his clubs end up getting ratchet. So I don't go to those places. That's like one route to take. I'm not into the 11s, I'm not into the cool places. I'm already cool and I make the place cool. I'm not interested in going anywhere where I have to stand in a line, and I'm old, so I'm either buying my way in or standing in a line. I'm not young and pretty enough to just get to the front of the line, and nobody wants a 42-year-old woman sitting at their fucking table. Let's all be honest with each other. And I don't want to spend $10,000. Like, I just don't. I'm not interested. I can, but I'm not going to. So I like to go to like the offbeat places. I do like to salsa dance, so I like to go to Calle Ocho. Calle Ocho is like my jam. It's like Miami. It reminds me of like old school Miami. When you hear Miami these days, you think of like modern and brickle and sexy, but I think of like Latin, Cuban Miami, and that's the Miami that I like to go out in. Going out in Miami is tragic because everybody's fucking naked. So me and Chris came here one night. We were gonna go have dinner at Dirty French, and we decided not to. The guy was like, because they didn't have a bar, and we didn't want to sit at a table. I was like, I don't want to sit at a table. So we were like, fuck it. So we walked here. I had these high heels on. It took us like 20 minutes to walk here. We get here, and there was a line around the corner.
Oh no, yeah, I don't think.
Like, you want to
22. No, we can take here. 22.
Why did he send us down to go up?
Like, how many people does it take to figure out a Miami elevator? It's a lot. You'd be surprised.
Ooh, going out in Miami. The first thing that comes to mind with that is there's something out there for everybody.
What the fuck is that drink? A salad?
I just feel like there's a vibe. There's a vibe for everybody.
What did you fucking order?
You know, if you want something really chill, you go to Faena, you go to the One Hotel, and then if you want to go balls to walls, you go to Baru or you go to 11.
Okay. Do you see I have to drink my martini with my injury?
We're here to support you. We're here to support you.
So glad you're here to support me this evening. I'm gonna drink with my left hand. Your toxic hair. We cannot talk about your toxic hair. That's what we're gonna call it.
My
toxic hair.
You have toxic hair. When you fix your hair, you'll fix your heart, my love. I promise.
Do you think that's what it is?
I am 100% sure that your heart is not right because your hair is so off. I'm just saying. Sorry. You would think that the culture of old man, young girl, like, is passé because of this whole Me Too movement, but it's not. In Miami, it is still that young girl, old man with money culture, very much so. Everybody here is looking for a daddy. Sugar daddy. Or daddy, I guess. But yeah, it is very much the culture. And I avoid that because at this point I can buy my own drinks and nobody wants to be my sugar daddy, so that's not my scene. But these girls are all naked, running around, looking for somebody to pay their bills. The culture in Miami is the nightlife. I feel like that's why I couldn't live here because there's just not enough to sustain me. The nightlife is the main part of the culture here. Like everything else in Miami is connected to party culture and the club scene, and it's always been like that. I live on South Beach, and a lot of people poo-poo South Beach. South Beach made Miami. I always say that. I live south of 5th. It's still a very chic area. I like beach people. It's a little bit less Latin on the beach and more people like international, which is what I like. It's like Manhattan, but in Miami. And Miami is fucking party. You come here to party. And even if you come here like me to be healthy and work out and hang out with your kids, you end up partying because there's nothing else to do. It's I don't even know if they have AA here. Like for people that are in AA, like I don't even know what they would do. I guess they would do drugs. Like you could do drugs if you're in AA. It sounds like a thing. It's such a party scene that if you have to get a prescription of Adderall filled, it's a 3-week wait. And that is a true story. A little hungover this morning. I had too many martinis. The restaurant scene, they just got their first few Michelin star restaurants, and I feel like they've only done that because a few of the New York chefs that come over. But there's no restaurant scene. The restaurant scene is based on how good of a party the restaurant is throwing. It's not based on the food or the, you know, it's just not based on the food, the dining, the fine dining, the elegance. It is based on the party that is connected to the restaurant.
The places I like going to, I would definitely say Faena. I love the decor there, I love the food, I like the ambiance, and the lobby bar is just so much fun. I mean, you just can't have a bad night there. And then they have a nightclub downstairs that opens like I think after 11, and that has really good music, and you can just be there pretty late. And usually, like if you want to be out, you know, past 2, you go to 11, so you go across town. My favorite going out story that involves Izzy has got to be, to this day, the day we met. We were here celebrating, you know, a mutual friend's birthday, and we went out to dinner, and we just kept talking about our lives, and I just couldn't get over how the similarities were totally there. You know, we both love to travel, we both love to include our kids in our travels, and I mean, we just hit it off like right away. We actually went to Mint, so Mint used to be like the it place 10 years ago when I lived here, when I was cool and I lived here. And you know, it wasn't the happening place, but we went there, we had drinks, we danced, like we talked about life, and we ended up getting lost though. I do remember that. We just lost each other. It was traumatic. Getting lost in Miami from your friends is traumatic.
Oh my god!
Honestly,
Mom, did you accept the request?
I don't know that I'm going to be able to do this for another 2 months.
Mom, you didn't accept the
Summer break over yet?
Mom,
What?
You didn't accept the request yet.
You
were guilty!
I accepted it.
Oh, yeah, accepted it.
Our time in Miami clearly wasn't over here. Summer had a long time to go. There was a lot more salsa dancing, pool parties, beach club days, and great friends. You're going to have to tune in next week and see how the rest of summer break is unfolding. I'll see you then. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. Next week on The Average Rich Housewife. I went to Miami for summer break because I thought it would be a great time for my kids to spend an extended time with their cousins who moved to Florida right after pandemic. However, my sister had other plans and left to New York. So here I am in the Miami sweltering heat with 2 roommates in Miami, the sweltering heat. Did I mention that? It was hot in Miami. Hey everyone, it's your favorite housewife, Izzy. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week.